Beep, boop, beep, boop, 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 boop. Beep, 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 boop, beep, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop. Surprise! Surprise live show. Breaking news.
Breaking.
Oh,
We go live on
I'm hearing.
IG.
Yeah, it'll pop up.
Oh, it just pops up late. Alex Cintron has been, I don't know, what's the term? Let go?
Yeah. Parting
Let go?
ways.
Parting
They put it in a
ways.
very nice way.
Parting ways
Parting ways.
after a very long time with the organization. Joe Espada and Dana Brown have elected to go a new route going into the 26th season with the first of, I think, more moves. New hitting coach will be happening in 2026. Yeah, so I got a text. Let me see.
Alex Cintron came on in 2019. So he had a
He
hell of
was
a
here.
start.
He was here in 17. He was a hitting coach starting in 2019.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Part of the
He
staff
was
in
first base
17.
coach in 18, part of the staff in 17. Yeah. Hitting coach in 2019.
I texted y'all at 6:05 last night.
Yes, you did.
Cintron gone. Kind of heard the scuttle on that a few days ago prior to Joe and Dana news. I think this will be one of more moves. One of more moves that are coming.
One of more moves that happen.
I don't know. The fan base obviously wanted that after a
It's
while.
tough. I mean, because we do have to say he was the hitting coach for most of the Golden era. He was the hitting coach of the 2019 Houston Astros. It was one of the best lineups ever.
He's good.
He was the hitting coach of a team that won the 2022 World Series. So like,
he's good.
I don't think we can sit here and say
he's gonna get another job.
Yeah, I don't think we can sit here and say like he was bad at his job overall. What?
Can I see the mouse real quick? Yeah, he's really good at what he does, and
yeah, no, he's really good at what he does. I don't know. I don't really know exactly what soured there.
Well, I think
it's just a relationship thing or a philosophy change.
I think it's. Hey, you're on a hot seat. Like,
yeah.
Hey, Skipper. Hey, GM. You're on a hot seat. You're gonna have to, if you're gonna stay, you're gonna have to make moves on your staff to. And I think that's what you saw.
You think it's a little bit of a scapegoat type of move?
I feel like it's just a normal baseball.
Yeah.
Sports.
It's so when we talk so much about
it's always defensive coordinator or offense coordinator goes first, right?
Exactly.
Like
we always talk about winning cures everything. Well, losing causes people to point fingers, and unfortunately, that landed on Cintron. And I don't know where that leaves Snicker. If the point of this is for him to take over fully, or if he's also either moving to a different area or he's on the way out. I don't know. There's a lot of change happening right now.
I'm very curious to see how this happens, because look, the fans have been clamoring for this. The Astros Twitter's been clamoring for this. I'm very much. It's a free swinging team. A hitting coach is not gonna when your team swings out of their ass. That's not a hitting coach thing. You're not dialing up a halfback draw, a halfback screen. It's not a
coordinator.
It's who those players are. Like that goes to the GM. That goes to who you sign. Like
roster
construction. It's not on the hitting coach.
Who knew when you let Alex Bregman walk and you traded Kyle Tucker, all of a sudden
the approach goes out.
The approach changes. You don't have guys that are working counts as much, and it causes some issues.
Also, like, by the way, Altuve loves the guy. Jordan loves the guy. Like the player,
it's really interesting.
Your superstars love the guy.
It's going to be really interesting who is stepping into that role, and unfortunately, that might make things worse.
Yeah.
We'll
so
see. I mean, like a change like that, you got to really. I said it going into this offseason. I'm not a fan of changes being made just to make a change. That's why I was more on board with keeping Joe and Dana unless you had some stud GM or some stud coach waiting in the wings, ready to take over the job. That's how I feel about hitting coach too. Unless there's a guy with a philosophy or something that you've identified, like, oh, we can bring this guy in and I think he would do a great job. Okay, that's fine if that's but if it's just scapegoat, we're just firing him to put the blame on him, and we don't have another option.
What's
Like,
up,
what are we
baby?
doing?
Cintron is the man. What's up, brother? How are you?
He is a man. I
He
mean,
is. Every conversation we've had with him, every time the guy oozes baseball, he lets you figure it out on your own.
Yep.
And that's how baseball should be played. Like so it's weird. It's weird because he's gonna get picked up by another team. But if you get a new hitting coach, the philosophy doesn't change because your roster construction is free swinging, and so
I mean, there's
not
little changes. A hitting coach can obviously they have a job for a reason to make some sort of effect, hopefully. But you're right. I mean, roster construction is like 80% of the deal.
the players have to execute.
The players have to execute. Yeah.
Look, I think it's so. Chandler broke the news at 11:51. Astros are parting ways with hitting coach Alex Cintron. Sources tell The Athletic, and more changes are expected on Houston's coaching staff. Like, to me, it just feels like, both guys are on a hot seat.
Somebody had to go.
People are going to go. Turnover is going to happen. We got to.
I mean, we talked.
And then what happens with those? If next year isn't the year that you want it to be, then you're going to have a whole new coaching staff and a whole new.
It's a slippery slope. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think a lot of the fan base, unfortunately, is going to rejoice thinking that this is some sort of fix. Oh, well, the team didn't hit great in certain situations, so change out the hitting coach and that's going to fix it. I don't think that's the truth. So it's interesting. I'm very curious of where they're going, if it's somebody drastically different philosophy-wise, or if, with a different background or something, or if it's same old, they're just putting a new face on it,
What's the saying? Put lipstick on a pig?
Yeah. Yeah. And right when you said that, Sam the Butcher joined the new hitting coach, Adam Everett. Can we all agree that Josh Miller's job is safe, right? Yeah. I don't think. No, that'd be crazy.
I would hope Miller.
I don't think there's any way you could justify firing the pitching coaches after a year where your pitching with all the injuries was pretty good. They've done an amazing job.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
Look, awesome. It's badass that Berge drops in. He's talking about Cintron. I know the guys in the locker room love Cintron.
No, I mean, you have the pulse on that, and
the fans pulse on it is, hey, the Astros didn't execute at a high level offensively, so we got to look to fire someone. But the guys, like, I don't know how to say other than, like, the guys want to love the guy. They did, and it's frustrating because the other aspect is you're gonna have a lot more chefs in the kitchen now with this void. Why you're gonna see the GM, you're gonna see Bags, you're gonna see all these other people around the cages now. Yeah, so now we're gonna have 75 different hitting philosophies. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about a too many cooks in the kitchen scenario with this. That's why I'm like, okay, if you bring in somebody that, hate them or love them, whoever this person is you bring in, hate their philosophy, love their philosophy, as long as I'm okay with bringing in somebody that has a strong philosophy, has a strong voice and can kind of take those reins and say, this is, what we're doing, obviously underneath Joe, but like, I'll take that over the too many cooks scenario where, like you said, there's too many voices in these, especially some of these younger hitters' heads. The worst thing, you have Cam Smith going to his first full year. You have Zach Cole going to his Cam Smith is for his first full year. Cam Smith going in his sophomore year. Zach Cole going to his first full year. So you don't want too many cooks in the kitchen there.
It's just also if you scream injuries, right? If you're saying injuries are the problem, injuries are the problem, injuries are the problem, this is the same offense that had Taylor Trammell, had Zach Short, had a lot of quad A guys for a month and a half. That offense got you there. I mean,
yeah.
So it can't. It just feels like you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater, and if also like if the CEO was like, "Hey, you could keep your job, but you're gonna have to change everyone underneath you," and be like, "Sorry," like that's
No,
the other
yeah,
like.
I
But then
don't
again,
I don't feel like this was a Joe decision necessarily. Maybe a decision out of saving his own back type of way. But we're just speculating. I need a hitting coach that can fire up an offense. I just don't think that's the hitting
that's not
coach's job.
baseball.
That's not
Uh,
This isn't football where you
I-
need the guy on the sideline hitting them in the pads and hyping them up. Like
okay, did the hitting coach for the Blue Jays step on the top rail yesterday and give a sign for a home run? Did they give a sign for Ernie Clement to have 4 knocks?
yeah, and
Like, was there a
Lucas to have
halfback draw that
yeah.
went for 75 yards because the hitting coach, like,
It's just the very as a baseball fan, it's the first thing you hear is or you think of is like our hitting is not working, fire the hitting coach. And now sometimes it could be as simple as that. Some teams like maybe you do have a bad hitting coach that just not providing any value and maybe leading guys on the wrong path. I just don't think that was the situation here. It was more of an execution standpoint. Some players just had down years. Yeah,
it's going to be very telling on the next step of hires if they move on from other people, if they move in from other spots, who they bring in. Are they in? I mean, granted, too, like Joe is going to be a 3rd year major league manager. He doesn't have like a huge coaching tree sample of people he bring in. Does he bring in his brother-in-law? Does he bring in Brandon Hyde?
Whoa, okay. That'd be very interesting. Honestly, I can kind of get behind that. I mean,
I don't want to.
It's at least a guy that
I
mean, he has experience managing a playoff team.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't think the Orioles' issues were necessarily his fault this year. Was it this year he got fired? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's a bad coach. So, I don't know. Ipe Cintron. So are y'all for it or against it? I am probably, like I said, I'm for it if there's a strategy in mind. Like I'm for it if there's a plan, I guess. I'm against it if it's a scapegoat. We just needed a guy to blame this on, and we don't have an idea of who the next guy is. I don't know.
there's still fundamental issues of, okay, hitting coach or not. The fundamental issues are still, hey, you have a insane amount of injuries.
Yeah.
Let's fix that. You have an insane roster construction. You need to fix that.
The Astros this year, I found this earlier. Craziest stat I've found so far this offseason. I've been digging in.
He has been.
I've been on Baseball Savant, Fangraphs. I've been digging into the why. Outside of injuries, why were the Astros bad? What are some free agents the Astros could go get to be better? I found this stat that blew my mind. There's a stat called percentage of plate appearances with a platoon advantage. So how many plate appearances do you have a righty facing a lefty? How many plate appearances do you have a lefty facing a righty? Getting that platoon advantage. Number 1 in the league, the Cleveland Guardians, 78%. 78% of their at-bats were a platoon advantage. So that goes through roster construction, pinch hitting, having a lineup of, some switch hitters, pinch hitting guys that you have lefties on the bench, you have righties on the bench, you're ready for that sort of thing. It's usually an indicator of good roster construction, good managing. The Astros, dead last by a lot, 35.2%. Only 35 of their plate appearances for the whole team for the whole season were in a platoon advantage. That means you have a lot of righties facing righty pitching, struggling. You have a few lefties, and then the other team brings their lefty in for those lefties. So second place was the Angels, or second to last was the Angels at 38%. Third place was the Rockies at 44%. Almost 10% behind the 28th team in the league, the Rockies. So how much can you really blame the hitting coach when your roster construction is what it is and you're asking, righties to face righties every night, which usually is a disadvantage as far as their career splits. So it's tough. Everybody keeps saying Uncle Mike hitting coach. Everybody that's in here, let's put this to bed. He's not going to be the hitting coach. I also think that's a cool idea.
In make-believe land. Yeah, like he's got kids. I'm a
he's
millionaire. Why would I go grind? I'll show up
fishing.
in spring training every few.
Yeah. If he wanted the job, sure, he'd probably have a hitting coach job somewhere if he wanted it. I think he's enjoying his family, and he is fishing every weekend, doing his thing. He doesn't want to be a hitting coach.
That's what I'm gonna do. Who was the 2021 Braves hitting coach? Because that's where I go first.
I mean, that was also
it's going to be a Dana hire. It's going to be
also a good move from
obviously
the GM.
It's a Dana hire.
Oh, I see what you mean. You mean Dana's going to go for a guy he knows?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Kevin Sitzer.
Interesting. I mean, their offense was good that year.
It's going to be like
Jesus Sanchez helped us a ton with that metric and still dead last. Yep, exactly. I mean, that's something that anybody that I know that's like good with smart with analytics and stuff, they were all screaming all year.
Oh, the current
lefty bats.
The current hitting coach for the Mariners was the 21 Braves.
Wow.
Hitting coach.
Don't righties face righties every single day?
What a pull would that be if I just...
righties definitely face righties more often because it's the more often more dominant, more righties in America. But usually you get an advantage when you face a lefty. So ideally you have a roster that is more balanced between righty lefty. That way, when you face a righty starter, you have 3 to 4 lefties in your lineup. That gives you an advantage that day. The Astros for a lot of the season had 1, maybe 2 lefties in their lineup.
What I don't understand by the fan base is this. You have a future Hall of Famer dropping in. You have Jordan and Altuve who have stated they love this guy. I'm gonna take those guys' opinions over, my own and Twitter's. Like,
yeah.
So that's where I'm at in this because it's also a position that has no control. Like they're there to spot things. They're there to watch film. Hey, you're doing this with your swing. You're doing this with your swing. They don't execute.
Yeah.
They're not in there.
Well, and there's plenty of players that don't listen too.
Yeah. Also, like over 500 at bats. Like you're failing 70% of the time. Like
yeah.
It's
totally different than a pitching coach. I feel like a pitching coach can contribute a lot more value than a hitting coach can. Because with a pitcher, there's a lot more of those little mechanical things. There's mental things. I feel like there's a lot more a good pitching coach can affect than a good hitting coach. And we've seen that. I think a good hitting coach can make an impact. Obviously, it's a position that's needed. I just don't. Like we've been saying, I just don't think this is like some fix all.
Yeah, it's not a fix all.
Yeah, it's gonna
definitely
all of a sudden.
But Chris,
the offense could be better next year, but it's not because of the hitting coach thing.
I think the offense, it's volatile.
It's just injuries and hopefully better.
The offense is gonna be better because we'll have 7 months of Jordan Alvarez.
See, changing the hitting coach fixed it. Yeah,
but Chris, I'd argue. They grew up with the guy for sure. It doesn't mean he's good at a job. I think if Jose Altuve said something to you at work, Chris, you'd be like, "Yeah, I agree." Like,
well, the other thing is, sure, these guys can be buddy, but they want to win. These guys aren't like, these guys aren't like just having a good time palling around. Like they want to win.
It's going to be
If the hitting coach
Jeff
is not helping them
Bagwell.
win,
Jeff
then
Bagwell, interim GM, interim hitting coach.
honestly, I would not be surprised if Jeff Bagwell.
Oh
became
my!
the
If
hitting
you
coach.
can you imagine? That's okay. I will self-impose a year ban on myself.
Stop saying that. You're scaring me with how
I'm
many
going to self-impose a year
you
ban.
keep giving scenarios where that's going to happen, and one of those might happen.
It's just, to me, this is not a one-stop fix. It's not a one-stop fix-all process. It's not that. It's not. What's the guy? He does the commercials and he slaps that tape on the water on
Flex tape.
Yeah, flex tape guy. What's his name?
I don't know his name. I just know he's the flex tape guy.
Who was the other guy?
Talking about Billy. Y'all know it.
Billy Buckets.
Billy, yeah.
I know it. Yeah, they're gonna say it. I'm gonna be like, "Yep, that's it."
And,
But it's not a flex. Like, we're not flex. Oh gosh, there's just a lot more. There's a lot more issues. There's a lot more.
Billy
issues.
Mays.
Billy Mays. Didn't he get popped for like something?
He died.
Oh,
yeah. Be respectful. God.
Ooh.
Yeah, Billy Mays. Booting the medical staff
RIP.
should be priority number one. Billy Bass. I mean, that's the other thing that. I mean, we don't know. We're not in there. We don't know. It might not even, imagine if the medical staff has actually been good at their job, but somebody else is affecting this. And they're sitting here listening to everybody say, fire the medical staff, fire the medical staff. And you're sitting there like, I'm trying to do my job, but like there's red tape or there's like something else happening. You never know.
Yeah, I also think like there's like, what happens if you are being okay? This is like the philosophy, right? I think in a vacuum, the medical staff probably said, "Hey, Isak Paredes, you shouldn't play with a torn hamstring." Right?
Yes.
He went rehab, did his thing, battled back. The GM coach overrode probably what medical said, because medical things, he was getting surgery recommendations, right? So we could probably say they were like, probably shouldn't play. He played. So if he played, which he did, and he got through it, what happens if he got hurt again? Like, everyone would be like,
blaming the
it's the medical. Like,
well, I mean, look at Jake Myers. I guarantee you, when he was feeling calf tightness, I would hope that the medical staff was saying he should not be playing.
Yeah.
But then they rushed him back like 2 days later, and then he was out for 2 months. So,
whoa,
there's just some things we don't know. What's up?
Another side breaking news. This is from @MichaelSchwab13. Cintron is not returning with the Astros per people familiar with the matter. Chandler Rome first. Assistant GM Andrew Ball will also not be returning, I have heard as well. He was hired under James Click. Everyone is currently being evaluated. So there's a power vac. This is Game of Thrones.
The front office right now is the fucking SpongeBob scene with in his brain and the fire, and like everybody's like, in
that one.
File cabinets. They're like, oh my god, it's fucking.
It's the red tape.
I'll do a more adult reference.
Major League, the red tape.
I was gonna say it's
find
Wolf of Wall Street when they're like shredding everything? Like, oh my god!
Did I find the next Astros head? No, I'm having a stroke. Astros next hitting coach.
I mean, is he under contract? Are they going to be able to?
Is it Kevin Seitzer, who worked with Dana Brown of the Braves?
How like possible do you think it would be that they would be able to poach the Mariners hitting coach after a playoff run?
That'd be great.
I don't think
that'd be awesome.
Luis Garcia, another good point. Yeah, maybe he was rushed back a little bit. Breaking news on BTD. That makes sense. I mean, it is pretty funny. Joe and Dana's, time with the Astros potentially on the line. They're on the hot seat. Are they staying? Or are they going? They stay, but the people directly under them immediately gone.
Yeah. No,
It
I could
wasn't me.
see.
It was the assistant GM.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is actually. Wow. I'm dumb. Yeah. He just fired his underling.
Yeah. They were just like, it wasn't me. Let's blame him. There's got to be some improper rehab practices going on. Yeah, I think that entire process should be reevaluated this year. Oh, it is October. We'll bring this little Texas.
It is spooky season.
I
see a lot more dominoes falling.
Yeah, I think we see at least 2 or 3 more on the coaching staff and a few more in the front office. I mean, I said it Wednesday. Was that yesterday that we just had the Dana Brown and Joe, like that news?
Tuesday.
Tuesday
when it broke.
Or was it not?
No. We did yesterday's live.
Yeah, we did after.
About it, yeah.
Well, I was just saying yesterday that, like, I'm okay with keeping Dana and Joe as long as there's some sort of philosophy, processes, evaluation, and change happening with it.
Oh, you don't like
running back
reactionary moves?
Yeah, well, I just like, as long as we evaluate everything and see what's working and what's not, what needs to be fixed. Now, I might disagree with what they think the problem is, but I'm at least glad that they're not just running it all back and saying, oh, it was just injuries. That's the only reason things didn't work. So run everybody back. So I am a little happy to see that there is a evaluation happening.
I think the evaluation is the people looking in the mirror doing the evaluation for everyone else. That's where I'm at.
No, you might be right. I'm still rather have this happen than nothing. I think I'll give a final answer once we get through this and find out who's on the other side.
What if moves were not made because people were content on current contract structures?
You mean
Nothing.
like for
I'll
he's
nothing.
Like
I'll get in trouble.
I'll
get in trouble. I'll get in trouble. Stop, dude. I'm gonna get in trouble. Dude, stop. I'm gonna get in trouble.
You said it.
I'm gonna stop, dude.
I was so confused because you just fucking. GM Gone tells me this is crane driven. Tells me the opposite. To be honest, it's not Dana's guy. It's Click's assistant GM. It sounds like Dana wants to bring in his own protege.
I just look. I don't know. Hey, look.
There's not really a whole lot to judge currently.
I do think there's so many. Like, you're almost like a triage surgeon right now. You're trying to like figure out, because I do think there's foundationally some problems in the sense of like leadership voids up and down. I do think any team is going to break mentally, physically, obviously physically, with an Oregon Trail of rash of injuries that swept the year. That's good. That sucks in a clubhouse, especially just like what makes baseball great is that clubhouse, connection and the atmosphere, and when new faces are interchanging every day, it's like one of those two-way, like restaurant doors. But it just feels like this is all right, Napoleon, come off the island, like. Everything's gonna be fine this time around. I don't know.
Chris said Chandler wrote an article last offseason about the team's approach at the plate and Dana wanting to change that. Then nothing happened this year, and we were supposed to be shocked that they move on.
But that's your roster construction. It's not a hitting philosophy. A hitting philosophy. If I'm going up there scared, I'm like, okay, I can only swing at one strike. You're done. It's your roster construction of free swingers. Like, you could tell your hitting coaches, hey, we are getting away and straying away from our approach.
But most
that is
most
a
hitters
thing.
are the hitters they are. Like you're not going to take a free swing.
Yainer Diaz is not going to lead the Major League Baseball.
Not turning into Isak Paredes.
Yeah.
Like
Jose Altuve is not going to all of a sudden have 300 walks.
Yeah.
Now you have, I mean, obviously Jordan being out, right? All right. So let me keep being devil's advocate, right? Against the internet. Jeremy Pena's growth as a hitter this year. Who is that on? Because if we're blaming the hitting coach for everything, for all the failures, the lone bright spots, Jeremy Pena went from a 700 league average OPS hitter to a bona fide superstar going to his prime.
Was it a leg thing or a shoulder? He changed his stance, and was that a Cintron recommendation for him? Jake Myers also got a little better. I mean, to Chris's point, I don't think anybody's shocked. I mean, I'm not shocked it happened. I just think we should have a real discussion about, like, is that the right move or not? And we'll find out. I mean, I just don't think it's like this. I think a lot of the fan base sees this and is like,
it's not
this fixes it.
Slap ball. Yeah, it's not that.
It's just not. I don't think it's that. I don't understand y'all. A new coach will come in and give the team a new approach, more contact, less strikeouts, more slug. I mean, maybe. I mean, who's to say that Cintron hasn't been yelling that in the players' ears all year? Yeah. But like, just like Des said, the hitter is the hitter. You know, outside of young guys coming up that you can mold a little bit. Obviously, like a Zach Cole is young. You can try and get him to be less free swinging, but like it still is like usually you're the type of hitter you are. Like in college, you're going to be that type of hitter the rest of your life. That hitter. Like, you might change a little bit.
It could be like Cal Raleigh, you have 60 tanks, 60 pops.
I mean, there's
60 cold pops.
There's definitely exceptions that are like elite guys that figure it out and take their strikeouts way down, work their walks. Like there's guys that can change. I just don't think that's still, I don't think, not a hitting coach thing. I think it's that's on the player himself.
Yeah, you can't complain about the hitting coaches, and then when I give, okay, what about Jeremy Pena's growth? Say, oh, but he worked out with Carlos Correa. Okay, he worked out with him for what, 5-6 weeks tops, maybe what, 3 or 4 times a week tops. Like, who is he with day in and day out at his job that he's employed? The hitting coach. So we can be happy that there's a new hitting coach and a new philosophy and all that. Sure, why not? But we also can't say when there was a positive, one of the lone positives on the year, that we're like, oh, well, that was just Jeremy Pena himself in the offseason. Now we're moving the goalposts. I don't know.
That's fair.
Once again, this is not an argument for us. I think there's just a lot more problems than just, all right.
Yeah, I don't think we can be like, all right,
hot damn, we can just move on to 26 and just move forward.
All of a sudden, the OPS of the team is going to go up.
Watch us now. Well, it's going to be clipped. We're going to have the best offense of all of 26. This will be a running joke.
With a headline, new hitting coaches changes the Astros' entire franchise. Yeah,
this is not like offensive court. Like, oh my god, this is.
Yeah. Pena was still kind of a free swinger. It was just working for him. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't think
running, like the stat runners in scoring position. Like, I sure wish Alex Cintron and Snicker cooked up a double bunt steal, loop-de-loop, halfback pass. I wish we did that 20 times. I wish that game script it's on the players to execute.
Yeah, I just think it's pretty funny how immediately, like, offense loses 2 of their top 4 hitters. Your offense is bad. Let's blame the hitting coach. I mean, I also, like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't have issues with offensive approach and all that. And maybe a change in hitting coach is a good thing. That's his stance. I'm not fully on that level, but I also at the same time don't think this is a fix all. And you gotta, if you're gonna say, oh, Alex Cintron and the hitting coach affected the offense to be bad in 2024 and 2025, you can't also then not give him credit for 2019, one of the best offenses in Astros history.
Hey, we had no problem scoring runs in 23. We couldn't keep
2022.
runs.
He was the hitting coach when you won a World Series. Like, he was very accomplished with the Astros, and is gonna get another job somewhere, and help another team. All that to be said, like I'm just saying, he should get his flowers for what he's done for this team, 100,000%. All that to be said, like maybe a change of scenery type of thing, a new face, talking to the hitters might help. It might help.
I just hope to God they talked to Altuve and Jordan and Correa before any of these moves.
Yeah,
because I know moves in the past have been talked about and not talked to your top players, and that ain't gonna sit well either.
Yeah. If we had Vladdy, would Jim Crane give him that extension? No. Where I look at Cintron's failures is that so many guys have been brought in post 22 that have all gotten worse. There's something to be said. Looking at a guy like Jesus Sanchez, some guys that you go that are performing well on another team, and then you bring them onto our team, and all of a sudden they're not doing well. I'm not in that clubhouse. I'm not going to sit here and say that's a Cintron thing, a hitting coach thing, as much as it could be a lineup thing where he's in the lineup where he changes. Like there's things that could affect that aren't the hitting coach. But to say all that, like we said before, somebody was going to lose their job,
and I think more people. I think more people are.
I think more people are going to lose their job. So I mean, like nobody's shocked by this. I think we're just having a honest discussion about, what this really means. If you're going to go fire Cintron, then Espada needs to go too. That's not
okay. Abreu Walker. Once again, devil's advocate. Right here. If I'm a chef and my general manager of the restaurant is buying bad produce, I'm supposed to make a Michelin meal? I only can work with what I have. I mean, and I can't beat Father Time. This guacamole's brown. What am I going to do? Like, what am I going to do?
This guacamole's brown. Oh, that's good. That's good. I mean,
I do think there's just more. I just think there's more than this.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of agree with Chris in the fact that, like, yeah, there's a lot of players that came over here that were hitting good on other teams, came over and they were bad. That could also have to do with, if you look at the home and away splits, Christian Walker was at his career norms away from Dyken Park all year.
Oh, beep, 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 beep.
Snicker?
In addition to Alex Cintron, the Astros are also not retaining hitting coach Troy Snitker and Major League coach Michael Collins, who work closely with the catchers, according to multiple sources.
Michael Collins, the Australian guy, right?
Michael Collins is the astronaut. He went to the moon, right?
Yeah.
You like that pull?
That was good. That was a good pull. Guacamole is brown. This could also just be like I said, this could be a Dyken Park thing and the issue with center field. And there's so many guys that they come on this team and they perform better away from Dyken Park, even though it's supposed to be a hitter's park. It's just weird. It's just weird. I mean, we talked about the batter's eye. I don't know if it's that. I don't know. But they are cleaning house. So Snicker out, Michael Collins out. The assistant, so far today, Alex Cintron, Troy Snicker, Michael Collins, and the assistant GM.
This is actually hysterical because we're sitting here, literally like we didn't record an episode yesterday, so we came in early to record an episode today. This is pulling the curtain back for everyone. And we just sat here like, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to record? Like, do we do report card grades? Do we jump into player positions? And then the news breaks. I'm like, fuck it, we're going live. let's talk this out with everyone. So it's just funny how content kind of manifests itself.
That's crazy how it just happens. Let's see. Yiner ain't changing for nobody. Yiner is Yiner, man. Manny be Manny. Let's see. I'm gonna look at some batting splits for the team. I'm gonna pull that up. If you want.
Yeah, I'm on the impression of or whatever decisions you're gonna make and do, right? I do feel like you need to. I don't know. I can't say this on YouTube. Blow up center field. Because I just think it's too busy. I think you have people always walking. You have the Budweiser deck with the extra 4 rows of seats, whatever. I just think there's so much going on.
Brandon came in and said the Astros had a good home record. Well, if you look at their splits, the Astros had a 723 as a team OPS away from Dyken Park. At home, they are 704. It might not seem as much of a jump, but for an entire team that's 3,160 at-bats away, or plate appearances away, 2,900 plate appearances at home, and almost a 0.02 increase in OPS. So that's a significant difference. That's a difference between above average and below average, actually, looking at the OPS plus. So you're in a below average offense at home and an above average offense away. And I guarantee you, if I look at splits from past years, that trend is probably going to continue. Look at 2017, the year that everybody's talking about the Astros cheating at home. They were better away. It's like, I don't understand it, because this is a team that, they were better in 2024. Yeah, the offense was pretty good in 2024. 2017 they were so much better away.
The fact that I'm going to do a YouTube video
2023 they were way better
in
away.
December about Astros hired XYZ hitting coach. It's going to be
what if it's a guy you like? Is that going to change everything? Is there a guy
you
like?
I mean, once
if
again,
you get the guy from the Mariners, are you going to be hyped?
That'd be nice. It still doesn't. I mean, unless he comes in and has Vatican holy water or something, and we can automatically bring our approach collectively.
Yeah. Random thought. But remember fucking torpedo bats and how big of a deal that was for a
Cal
month?
got 60.
I think it worked with some guys, and it was
not Volpe.
It did not work with Volpe.
Not Volpe. He had a tough CS.
Dubon was, I think, the only guy in the Astros that used it all year, or most of the year.
Yeah.
And Dubon's Dubon, Snicker gone too. Cleaning house. This is the cleaning house.
We may just have to stay rolling, because it just feels like meetings are happening right now.
I think so.
Kind of crazy that we hired we've had an astronaut this entire time on the coaching staff.
He's Australian. They interviewed him on during a game once. He's like an Australian, like, catching guru type of dude. So really weird. Maybe that has to do with that reason is something to do with all the steals, but like that's also not on the catchers. I was on the catchers all year. I was actually
also
in my
hold a runner.
Yeah,
give me a different look. Give him a chance.
In my desperation of like making our little spreadsheet of guys the Astros could go after in free agency, I brought myself to looking at the Fangraphs runners held on the most splits for pitchers available. I was like, is there any pitchers we can bring in that just can hold runners on and not allow steals? Can confirm. Yeah. Chandler confirming it.
I have Vatican Holy Water. Vatican Holy Water is a lime juice on the guac. Yes.
Oh, there you go. Turns the guac back to green.
The argument for an all-righty lineup is because the Crawford box, like CY tried to build a lineup around it, but it failed. It failed.
Yeah.
I knew it was a failure when he was adamant that he could fix Nolan Arenado and get Nolan Arenado to be a Houston Astro.
He really
And he was
wanted Nolan
so
Arenado.
hell-bent on getting Nolan Arenado at 30-something, 5 years old. And thank goodness we sidestepped that and we did get Paredes. But, like...
No, I think there is...
The process.
Being the team at Dyken Park, there is something to be said of going to get a guy like Paredes, getting a guy that pulls the ball. But, like, you can't build a whole entire team of Isak Paredes. Like, as cool as that might be, in theory.
It's cool, and it will be the show.
Yeah, but, like, you need variety. You need some more lefties in there. Obviously, they went and got Jesus, and you would hope that Jordan's healthy all next year. You have Zach Cole. Like, I think that we keep saying, I think the team's going to be better next year. Either way, we hope that they're going to be better and healthy. Shout out Rudy with the super chat. Just make Centerfield sponsor Bud Select black logo and remind everyone how bad it is. That's a good chirp.
That's a good chirp. Thank you for the super chat.
At Budweiser, we're not sponsored by Budweiser.
Paredes was great. I'm saying he fell into that. Like, it was adamant he wanted Nolan Arenado and tried enough to where Nolan blocked the trade. Like, imagine last year's offense without Isak Paredes all year and just Nolan Arenado at third base, because that was a reality.
Yeah. No, I mean,
like, congratulations, you got an A on your test, but you fell into a lucky project group. Like, A's are A's. Yeah. I'm glad we got him, and he's young, but, like, also we got to look at the process. The process.
Yeah. This is heated today.
It's
heated. Can we actually do the Budweiser blackout? Honestly, like, maybe we'll do, because you know how everybody goes to center field. Dude, Garrett would cry. He'd be so sad. I think he painted that himself.
Picasso.
Maybe we just do a thing. You know, everybody goes to center field and just they stand on the fucking stairs and drink their
beep, 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 beep. More significant changes from Brian McTaggart. The Astros. A source says Astros assistant GM Andrew Ball isn't being retained, in addition to head athletic trainer Jeremiah Randall.
Jeremiah Randall's been around for a bit. That's kind of crazy.
This is all right. This is the Red Wedding episode. We're tuning in. I mean, might as well do another hour. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, chat. Let us know as all this real-time information is coming in, where you are 1 to 10 on the moves. One being you're ecstatic. No, 1 is angry. 1 you're in Willy Wonka's factory, right? Is that what we said?
I think so.
And 10 was
Sound of
Music.
Jeremiah Randall has been with the Astros since 2015.
Golly.
So it's really hard for, I mean, as frustrated as we were with the training staff and the medical staff and things.
Chandler Rome, Astros have fired athletic trainer.
I just don't. Do we think the Jeremiah Randall that was the trainer for 2 World Series rings in the entire Golden era just changed his entire philosophy and was just bad last year? Like, I don't think there's an aging curve for athletic trainers. Like, I don't think he just got bad. It's just weird. Like, I think this is a scapegoat thing.
It is. We're being gaslit right now. We're being gaslit.
5 Cintron, 5 Snicker, 8 Randall. Does 8 mean you're happy about Randall leaving? I'm confused.
I think 10 is 10. You're happy. 1
Randall got lazy. I don't think that's.
I don't think medical stuff like.
I mean, I don't like. Look, I would to pull the curtain back. I don't hate it from a business, baseball, or whatever.
You had to
perspective
reevaluate.
You had one of the most injured teams in baseball. It makes sense to fire your trainer.
No, 100%.
That on its own. I just don't know if like I said, Jeremiah Randall's been the head trainer since 2015. The guy before him, remember the guy with the mustache? I can't remember his name. The bald guy with the twirly mustache. He was around literally his whole life. I think he was with the team for like 30 years before he retired. So like the Astros have almost never fired a trainer. It's just a weird thing to put the blame on when I think it was higher up people making decisions that affected health of the team negatively, and it wasn't just on the trainer.
I do think moves had to be made on the medical side for sure. Because I've said on the pod, I said to everyone here, if you're writing so many checks, like if you're Jim Crane and you're constantly writing checks,
Yeah.
right, and 70% of the allocation of checks are going to players that aren't even playing due to injury, you're gonna have to reevaluate everything. So I also like that. Okay, with I'm still concerned about. Okay, if you get a new person in, a new doctor comes in,
Yeah.
whatever
Is that going to change Jim Crane's philosophy on hiding medical issues and processes?
I think it's the process of getting people back.
No, I know.
I think that
I think that's a
the
Jim
play to
Crane
play
thing.
procedures.
That's from Jim Crane down on his philosophy, down to his people, down to how they want to bring guys back, how they, the philosophy of not divulging anything and just calling everything discomfort. Like that's, I guarantee you that wasn't Jeremiah Randall's decision.
Yeah,
to act like that.
I do think heads are rolling due to this is what happens, right? Leadership.
Yep.
Hey,
Trickles
pressure
down.
on us. It falls on them.
Everything's an MLM.
I didn't call my lawyer with the Michael Scott triangle.
It's not a triangle, or it's not a pyramid. It's Tron. Fire orbit. Yeah.
I'm with you guys in the moves. I am saying I still think the people that are going to survive the round of cuts, I think the process is broken. That's what I'm saying. I agree. Like you have to look at everything with especially with the training staff and all the injuries. I get that. But what happens if the trainer tells a coach, "Hey, we got to hold this guy back another week," and the coaches are like, "No, we're playing him this week."
Yeah,
like that shit happens. Like, are we going to be Jeff Bagwell, PhD medical trainer? We're just gonna all the guys gonna be loaded up on greenies.
Like somebody's gonna make
taping greenies.
Somebody's gonna make a fucking dumb AI thing with Jeff Bagwell in like a doctor's coat. It's like our new medical trainer, Fire Dyken Oralist.
Yeah, it's not. I agree, Axel. It's not cleaning house if you leave the GM plus manager. It's tidying up at bet. It just and also like. I understand moves have to be made. It's a business, and like for sure. I just keep going back to I just think the formula and processes at least should be questioned. Like
yeah. Well, I just hope all this, you can think pessimistically about it and it being Dana and Joe or whatever, scapegoats, all of that. My hope is that Dana is the type of guy that can admit where his faults are, where his faults might have been, and where the faults might be in the organization, and is earnestly trying to find those faults and fix things. That is my entire hope. That's all I want from a GM is somebody like, but the cynic in me wants to go pessimistic about it and think there's scapegoating and there's other things happening. Yeah. Why are we firing all these guys? Jaden, the Astros, I mean, very simply, the Astros' expectation and goal is World Series every year. And that's what it should be, and that's what I hope it is. And when you miss the playoffs completely, heads are going to roll. That's just how it is.
It's also going to be very funny when, like, we're gonna get Dr. Smith from the Yankees from 1999 to or 94 to 99. Like, oh, look how many World Series he won as the head trainer. Like
back when we didn't have MRI machines or whatever, back when the medical field changes a lot. That's fair. No, I mean, I think there's more moves that are going to happen. I'm glad we went live because Jesus, a lot is happening.
Yeah, I think we should stay on this for at least another 20 or so.
Yeah, I'm fine.
It does seem like it does seem like meetings are taking place right now.
Yeah, well, because I mean, I was thinking about that earlier when like they announced Cintron only, and I was like, you think Troy's sitting there like, Shit.
You're all waiting in the lobby.
Yeah, because like there's no. Yeah, you see the guy walking out of the office in tears, and you're like, oh man, this is gonna be a bad meeting for me. Who should we hire as the new hitting coach? We looked at some. We'll do more research.
I mean,
There's guys out there. I think I would put Vegas odds on Brandon Hyde. I really like that.
I mean,
As
is
it
he not?
just makes
Is he
sense.
gonna not bring on his brother-in-law?
Yeah,
in some
it's
capacity.
Joe's
to staff,
brother-in-law,
who was a
he's
former
former
big league manager,
playoff manager.
Yeah.
Like, you could argue that he got unjustly fired as well. I think the Orioles just don't have it. But yeah, my mouse looks cool, dude. This is like a $5 Amazon mouse, but gets the job done. Appreciate it. Rome new tweet.
Oh, DeLine just got here. Call up Lance Bergman. No, thank you.
Oh, did Rome just? I think they just put out their podcast.
Oh yeah,
like 50 minutes ago. That's the beauty of live, Chandler. Got to be quicker than that.
I think they just posted. We were about to post a recorded episode. And
we benefited from like
being lazy.
We're sitting here just fucking chilling, trying to figure out what to talk about. Things started happening.
Yeah.
What are we looking? Who are looking? Oh, I like this. Who are we looking forward to more in the future, Cam or Cole? Who are you more excited about next year?
Cam. I think Cam has a pedigree. I mean, Cole. Cole came on the scene.
But to be fair, Cole, there's a situation where Cam and Cole kind of had similar hot stars, and Cole could have, if Cole on an entire season this year, probably would have fallen off a little bit.
Chris, great catch there. For anyone wondering, Chris over on YouTube says, for anyone wondering, according to the Astros website, Andrew Ball was overseeing research and development and sports and medicine performance.
Okay. See, this is where the optimistic in me wants to think
overhaul.
This is Dana looking at the team and saying, I trusted you to handle these things. I'm reevaluating. When you delegate, sometimes you have to reevaluate. Oh, were they doing that correctly when I was busy doing other shit? And so maybe that's what it is. Maybe this guy Andrew was supposed to be. It's all speculation. Maybe he was supposed to be overseeing those processes and all that. And there's a reevaluation that happens. But that's the optimistic in me. For sure. And
But I also on Beyond the Diamond, the year when I was adamantly saying, hey, Yordan Alvarez is going to be out a lot longer than what everyone else is saying. I was saying hey, I think the big guy's actually really hurt.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was, oh, he's going to be, a few days, blah, blah, blah. And I'm saying, no, hello. Little birdies are saying, the reality's a lot different.
Dez is turning into Varys from Game of Thrones. He has his little birdies everywhere.
God, I hope, you know what? I hope my end is a dragon is taking me out too. Sorry, spoiler alert. Sorry for a spoiler for a show that's been out for a while.
Cam had a good season of Ruby. Yeah, it says Cam was a flop. I think Cam's going to be fine next year. I also don't expect Zach Cole to be a 900 OPS guy like he was in a short stint.
If Cole's a 900 OPS guy next year, call the mayor. I'm back.
I think he's also probably in the rookie wall. We're gonna get into all that. We're doing episodes on every position and all that. I'm
sending Cole to the Puerto Rican league, the Winter League.
Yeah,
I'm just making sure he's
also
getting a ton of run.
You remember that guy? What was his name? Zach DeZenzo. Where did he go?
850 OPS during spring training. Would have been the talk of town if Cam Smith wasn't.
What was his injury? But he just was it a knee thing?
I think they had to cut his entire arm off.
Okay.
It was a capsule thing.
Oh, it was a capsule thing. Yeah.
There were so many capsule things this year.
I just kept hearing whispers DeZenzo's working out in Florida, but he just never made it back. I'm excited about him next year as well. Albert said, I may miss it in a rage. Y'all talk about Jeremiah Randall. We did.
Jake, you're making Dana out to be like some this general tactician. Reality says otherwise.
It's not General Patton, huh? If Kyle Tucker leaves
If
the
you're-
Cubs, we win the trade already. Yeah, we already did.
Well, I think there's two realities as well. Like, one, we did not see any type of accountability at the end of the year press conference. I think we can all say that.
If we win it without that press conference, I'd be a lot more into what's happening right now.
Correct.
That concerned me.
So
That
now,
press conference concerned me.
in that vein of no accountability,
Yeah,
I am now the only move I have to make is to recalibrate and question everything and fire everyone. Which that is reality of life. Happens in any job. If the foundation is still no accountability,
yeah, that's a bad foundation.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's why I'm saying, like, I think I agree. Outside, I still think Cintron should have stayed, but that's just my take. But the general other moves, I'm probably in the consensus camp of everyone watching. I just think the foundation, the process is just off right now.
I mean, hopefully we look at this a couple years from now and we look at, hey, remember when we missed the playoffs and then fired a bunch of the staff and everything, fixed it all and whatever, and they came back and like, oh, okay, that made a lot of sense. In the moment with that press conference and with what we're looking at right now, I just don't have the faith that the best practices are being implemented. I want to be optimistic about what Dana's doing because I do like Dana as a GM as far as the trades, as far as the free agency moves he's made. I think he's done a very good job. As far as the drafting, I think he did a pretty good job in the draft. Obviously, we'll see. You can't really evaluate a draft yet. But I think he's done a pretty good job as the nuts and bolts of a general manager, like the actual moves. But the accountability thing and, him getting on 790 every Wednesday and, it can be a little interesting. But so who all got fired? Let's break it all down because I have some people come in and out.
Yeah.
Alex Cintron, Joy Snicker, the two hitting coaches.
Pull up McTaggart.
The assistant GM, Andrew Ball. Jeremiah Randall, the head athletic trainer.
Major League coach Michael Collins.
And Michael Collins, he's
former astronaut.
He was a coach, catching. He was like a catching specialist. I think that's it so far.
The Astros should actually have an astronaut on staff. They should have.
Whatever
your name is, you should have that. So, like, the Padres should have a priest.
Okay, yeah, I like that. So should the Blue Jays have like
an actual bird
in like the
an
dugout?
actual bird
in a cage?
But the Tigers should have an actual
live tiger. A live tiger. Never going to financially recover from this. How many years do we think Jose has left? I think he's going to play until he's 39, 40. I think he's fine. Let's see.
How many years do you think Joe has left? I think Joe and Dana are on a 1 year.
Yeah,
contracts run up after this year.
Prove it year for them. They had
the Reds have a communist. What do the Dodgers get?
The Reds have a communist is fucking great. I know as soon as we said that, Axel's brain was turning on who else. That'd be pretty funny. The Yankees just have a Yankees fan, essentially. Just a dude from New York.
Jimmy Fallon. They have Jimmy Fallon. That's their punishment.
What do the Dodgers get? They just have a dude dodging the trains on their behalf.
A rail car.
Yeah.
It's
tough. Unfortunately, the Rangers one is pretty cool. Just having a dude with a 6-shooter and spurs just standing on the side.
Spittoon.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do we think anything else is going to be dropping soon? How much longer? It does
seem like meetings are going on.
You should just text.
I did. I put them out
and just see more coming?
Question mark?
I'm sitting back for a minute.
Yeah, dude, put your feet up. Relax a little bit.
What else do we want to talk about? y'all see those games last night? How about that?
Yeah.
I can't believe we had a situation where we could have had all 4 eliminations happen and only one
And
did.
only one hit.
I'm excited about that though. 2 more games tonight.
Schwarb's 455.
Des immediately texted in our group text and said, "Sign him."
This is what I'm at. You
Get
know
him.
what?
Go
Look,
get him now.
Dodgers have a better. That's good. This is where I'm at. Dana Brown, you want to win me back? You can win me back with these moves.
Okay.
Let's punt on run prevention. Let's go sign Schwarber. Hey, Schwarbs, you're one more. You're gonna have 55 home runs, and then we're gonna really tell if Schwarber can't hit 50 home runs at Dyken Park. Then something's wrong with Dyken Park. This is an R&D year.
Yeah.
Jose Altuve, we know your defense at second's depreciating. Fuck it. You're gonna play second. The big guy, you're in left field. Move Walker or Paredes like you have to because of roster construction.
You want to go get Miguel Sano while you're at it?
Go get me Ranger Suarez.
Get me all the guys.
Go get me Dylan Cease.
Yeah.
Just hey, you know what? Maybe trade Walker and Paredes and go get me Pete Alonso. Let's just get all meathead 75 home runs.
Jesus, Pete Alonso could hit a lot at Dyken.
I think we should just sign these guys to figure out if Dyken Park's hitter lie is actually bad.
Just go full hitting.
I mean, honestly though, like Mike Trout never being able to hit in Dyken Park or Shohei Ohtani was just like the biggest sign of all time. Too. Yeah, just.
Let me put this out.
Yesterday's games are fun though. To answer your question before I got on the soliloquy,
I want to get these out. We're gonna do a whole episode on breaking down potential free agent stuff. I just want to say these names now before anybody else claims that they said them first. Mostly these 2 names. My number one for as far as trades guy that I think the Astros could go steal potentially in a Garrett Cole-esque fashion. Ryan Nelson from the Arizona Diamondbacks. His fastball run value.
Okay.
You look at run value on Baseball Savant, basically which pitches are the best pitches in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
He had the second best pitch in baseball. His fastball was right behind Terry Skubal's changeup and right in front of Paul Skeen's fastball. That's how good it played. He had a 3.39 ERA and 23 starts, 33 games. So you get him out of the bullpen a little bit. 145 innings pitched, 132 Ks. The problem is he has a cutter that he threw way too much that got crushed. And then he had a slider that is nasty, which the Astros have been moving towards slider a little bit more. And he didn't throw his slider much. I think you bring him in, I think the Astros can turn him into a crazy number 2. 3 years to control. He's 27 years old.
That would be a good pickup.
That's my guy. I want to have that on a live show.
On a live show. On
before
record.
Somebody else claims it. The other guy is Brandon Woodruff. I already mentioned him like last week. There's other guys that we know, but I just want to get that out there.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting who they go for. I don't know. They're not gonna get Schwarber or Alonso. Like they should get. Hopefully they get Ranger though, and another arm.
Yeah,
it smells like Verlander though. Dyken really is in hitter's park is rare. Yeah, rate's neutral because of left center, right center distances and all height. Jim Crane wanted to win back. Houston fans announced the new AC system. Yeah, or a $2.5 million renovation of the Diamond Club because
is that what they're doing?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah,
that's where we're putting the money.
We put some money into it.
That Diamond Club is nice.
Diamond Club is nice. Diamond Club's awesome.
We don't need to change.
Diamond Club is nice.
We need to fix other shit first. Just get rid of everyone today.
Hey, let them eat cake.
They can eat cake if it's World Series winning cake.
That's Marie Antoinette before she got her head cut off.
No, I know.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying. Fine, they can eat cake and enjoy a World Series, and then we'll, changes are coming.
Sign Suarez and Cease, trade for Alcantara. I think he's definitely bringing JB back. Yeah, I think Justin Verlander's a Houston Astro next year. It just feels.
I think that's happening.
But hey, JV, brother, we've given you some contracts Just help me help you. What's $7.5 million for a 1-year deal compared to 15? Like, give me a discount, Bubba. Give me something.
Give me Trout. Give me Robart.
Des got something right from history. Let's go. Bang!
Yeah, that was a good
Call the mayor. Bang!
We're back. That is a question for you. Do we think Mike Trout at this point ever gets traded?
I hope for his sake.
That's what I hope too. But like, it looks like he's starting to run out of gas a bit. So we're looking at maybe four more years of like viable Trout that could be traded for value. It could be cool. Obviously, I don't think I would want the Astros to trade for him. I do not want Luis Ariz. Stop it with Luis Ariz. No. Stop. I feel like I get the spray bottle. Profar, maybe.
Whoa. God. Laughing clowns outside.
Somebody cackling out there. All right, how much longer do you want to keep going?
Let's end it in 14 minutes. Let's end it at 1:30.
All right, we'll go to 1:30, guys. Any other questions? Let's just hang out.
Yeah, let's just hang out.
News breaks.
Any news breaks?
I think a good offer in a good situation makes it happen. Pay Tucker, pay Breggy, and go back to back, dude. Imagine if this team and you bring Tucker and Bregman back. You have a situation where like
that
you have
would
an
never
all-star
happen.
on the bench.
It would never happen.
It would never happen.
Never happen.
We need Soto. Soto is going to be in New York forever. That contract can never be traded, ever.
Trout's a free agent in 2031.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think his contract goes until he's like 41, something like that. Luis Ariz is not the guy you think he is. You grew up on Tony Gwynn, and you think he's.
You're
Tony
not that
Gwynn.
guy. You're not that guy, pal.
That guy, pal.
You're not that guy, pal.
But you also fucking just think Dubon is the best hitter ever.
Matt asked, do you think we can win a World Series without any position player changes? No.
Without any? I think we could. I would like to make some changes to improve the odds, but I think everybody healthy, this lineup is still very good right now. Yeah. Joe Ryan, I like Joe Ryan. I have other names on the list. We'll get deeper into that when we do a full pod on that.
This is
all right. Let me break down.
This is kind of where I'm at. I think the superhero cape that is on Jose Altuve. He's the face of the franchise. He's the GOAT. He's someone I would literally die for.
You have his phone number. I'll text.
Yeah, we text. The Astros are still built around him. And you look at all these other teams, like the philosophy of the Astros go as Altuve goes is fair because it's been a staple for the decade, but I don't think you can keep hanging your hat on that. I think you need the Yordan Alvarez, the Jeremy Peñas, at the time, the Tuckers, and you needed those guys to go, and then Altuve was just a secondary, prime production of Altuve being a Hall of Famer and doing that. When you start still relying on him, I think you start backsliding into 2005 of like, well, Biggio and Bagwell,
That is exactly right.
Like you backslide into that philosophy where no, like Jose Altuve is Jose Altuve, awesome. But everyone else has to be above or greater than, and need your young guys to be superstars. You can't rely on your Hall of Fame superstar to be that guy.
Well, there was a point in Biggio's career, there's a point in Bagwell's career where they weren't hitting 3-hole. There's a point in Altuve's career where I still think he's going to be very solid for the Astros. He was very solid. He has 770 OPS.
Yeah, that's fine.
He had a very solid year. It's just at some point you got to say, okay,
900.
This is our 6-hole hitter.
Yeah.
Like we need. But yeah, I think that's more talking. Let me break down Luis Ariz because we have too many people in here talking about Luis
We got to
Ariz.
be done with Framber, right?
Luis Ariz last
Yes,
3 years,
Cody.
his OPS has dropped. He only hit 292 this year, which you might say only. That's literally his value is batting average, and he only hit 292. His OPS was 719, 8 home runs, 392 slugging percentage. I think he's fine. I'm not saying Luis Ariz is a bad hitter. I just think the value that it would cost to trade for him would be way overvalued on what you would get from him. And I just don't, I don't think he's some guy that's going to come in and fix this team. I just keep seeing people on Twitter on everything think like, because they think they hear, oh, Luis Ariz, he hit 354 a couple years ago. Batting average is so cool. That's not you. One, OPS is everything for me. I love a good batting average. Obviously, I think you want to build a roster of guys like some average guys, some slugging guys, whatever.
I need pop.
But yeah, this
I
team
need
needs
slug.
pop. This team needs pop.
I need
The
ISO.
thing the Astros weren't good at this year was pop. Was boppers driving in runners with runners in scoring position. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not trying to dog on Luis Ariz. I think he's a good player. I think he's a good hitter. I constantly see people talking about him like he's Tony Gwynn, and he's not. He hit 292 with a 719 OPS this year, and last year it was 738. So, I mean, if he was still hitting 354 with an 862 OPS like in his best year, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, fuck yeah, go get him. I just don't think he's going to be that guy. Zach Gallen, I really like Zach Gallen. Rise is a one-trick pony, literally one-tool player. I mean, essentially, yeah. I mean, he can. His value, which I really like, is like he can work in at bat and he can make contact with the pitch. He doesn't strike out. Really cool.
Kind of just looking right now at, like the Blue Jays. Right, I'm dissecting the Blue Jays right now.
Yeah, very good hitting team.
Obviously, Vladdy right now is possessed, right? Batting 529, 1609 OPS. Ernie Clement is batting 643 with the same amount of hits, less at bats. Has a 1554 OPS. Their team OPS right now in the playoffs is 974.
Yeah, that's
like
nasty.
Like if the Astros had a 974 OPS in a span of how many 148 at bats as a team, I'd be like, let's go buy every single lotto ticket right now. You have, I mean, and granted, look, you have Alejandro Kirk batting 833 OPS. Springer, who's one of their worst hitters in the playoffs right now, has a 721 OPS.
They're hot. They're hot at the right time.
Varsho 1471, 833 for that Luke's kid. Santander 400 OPS, who they gave $200 million to or whatever it was.
That was probably their worst move. They made a lot of good moves this offseason.
How much did he
whoever
get
their
in?
GM is,
Santander,
he made a lot of good moves, but that one.
Granted, I wanted to give him 200.
Yeah,
million.
I mean, I'm not saying that was like another
5 years, 92 and a half.
It just hasn't worked out for him. What is the future of Correa? Honest question. We have him for 2 more years or 3 more years. How much left on Correa's contract?
I'll look it up.
I think Correa is the biggest key to this offseason. I think him being in that clubhouse, all spring training, and being in that leadership role, that's part of the reason why I think this team is going to be so much better next year. So I'm very excited to have Correa still on there.
We have Correa till 2028.
Yeah.
But then he has a vesting option in 29, 30, 31, and 32.
I really like the vesting options. I think more teams should do that. If you're worried about a guy's health, just put vesting options. Like work together.
So Correa becomes Correa's on the Astros in 2029 if he has,
I think it's like
575 plate appearances, a top 5 MVP, a Silver Slugger, or a LCS MVP or World Series MVP. So he has to have 575 plate appearances.
Either has to play a full season or he has to show up in October, basically. Which is fine. If we're sitting here in 2028, and Carlos Correa is still playing a full season and doing his thing, or shows up in October, then I want him.
Correa had 537 plate appearances this year.
What was the number that he needed?
570.
That's a lot. I mean, that's a full season. That's a full season. I mean, at worst, you have Correa until 2028. You have a leader in your clubhouse now. You hopefully have Jordan healthy all year. You hopefully have Isak Paredes healthy all year. You hopefully have Christian Walker bouncing back. You know, you have hopefully a full season of Jeremy Pena. You know, you have other tools in there. I'm excited about this year. All while they blow up the whole coaching staff in front office. But I'm still excited. Correa equals player manager. I think Correa is going to be a manager.
No, I think he'll be a front office guy.
Really?
Like a baseball ops guy.
Yeah, he could be. I mean, I think first and foremost, he's going to be on Fox probably for a bit.
Either extend Pena and Hunter or cut beer prices to $10.
Yeah. Isak losing weight as we speak.
Garrett just got a haircut, and now I'm drinking a beer at the haircut place. Sick.
What's up, Gary? Hell yeah. What kind of beer? What are you drinking?
Rich, I'm a complete opposite. This lineup needs more ISO and needs more slug. Contact is
yeah. There's plenty of guys that make contact. The Astros weren't. I mean, they struck out a bit, but like they weren't like the strikeouts weren't an issue for me. It was more runs in scoring position. It was more pop, and it was mostly more working at bats. The problem with these contact hitters is they're free swinging and they give you 3 pitches, and that was a big issue, which is why Isak was so good.
Baseball is no longer string 5 hits together. It's get a guy on and you have a bopper.
I mean, some teams are doing that. I mean, the Guardians and Tigers are teams that do that, and
Guardians are on the couch.
Guardians are on the couch, and the
Tigers have Tariq Skubal.
Like I love small ball too. I'm an old school guy with that. Like I love a good rally, but look at the teams that have been winning, and the teams that have been winning are teams that have boppers.
22 Astros bopped. 23 Rangers bopped. 24 Dodgers bopped.
Yeah.
21 Braves bopped.
Albert, great point. It's Cintron's fault. He was telling them not to hit home runs, even though they really wanted to.
Yeah, everything was Cintron's fault, I guess.
All right. Daikin is AC company. We need better AC. Amen.
Dan, I agree. They need a starter who's on that wish list. I really want Ranger Suarez. I think if you get Suarez and Verlander, I think I would be content.
My wish list right now is Ryan Nelson, Brandon Woodruff, Chris Sale, Sandy Alcantara, Luis Severino, kind of Martin Perez as an innings eater, Dylan Cease, Ranger Suarez. That's what I've got built out so far. I'm still digging for more.
Matt, I agree. The Jays offense is constructed perfectly. They don't strike out.
Yeah.
They walk and they fucking bop.
Exactly. It's not you don't want, I mean, obviously having a bunch of 300 hitters is great, but you can't have a whole team of like Luis Ariz. Not to dog on him again, but like you need a team of guys who can slug, who can work counts, and it's cool to sprinkle in a contact guy in there. I think it's good to have just versatility all around. I don't think you should have too much of one thing at all. You can't have a whole team of Kyle Schwarbers either.
Yeah.
Some games you might score 12 and have 3 grand slams or whatever, and then other games you lose a lot. So
also October you have an Ernie Clement that's just possessed.
Yeah.
Possessed.
Well, the other part is getting hot towards the end of the season, which the Astros didn't do this year. So.
Mantis, they aren't a bopping team, but their team OPS in the playoffs right now is 900. Their team OPS is 900. That says they get on base and they bot, like they get runs in, like 900 OPS.
I wouldn't say they're not a bopping team. I mean, Springer's a fucking bopper, Vladdy's a bopper, Santander's a bopper. I mean, just roster construction wise, they are not built of a bunch of contact guys. I mean, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about roster construction. And Alejandro Kirk is not a
Alejandro Kirk.
He's not a 320 contact speed guy. Like he is who he is.
We were 23rd in the league with runners in scoring position. That's problem number 100%.
Yeah, that's a thing that's like also like probably not going to happen next year. If you have with the roster that it is, that's also a little bit of a luck thing, and just shit happens.
Well, Jets, I know you've been big on the money. Toronto's been paying since 2020. Like it should be. They've been paying.
Done this
they've been paying a lot of money
in
in 2020. Like since 2020,
they kind of finally figured out. They finally put it all together. Really. Can we try to go oppo sometimes, especially with 2 strikes? I'll pass that along. I'll let them know.
Cease, G-Baby says Cease would be filthy or the pitching lab.
Yep, I did a bunch of research on Cease earlier. He throws the sinker too much. It gets crushed. I think he throws it like the same amount of times as he throws his second pitch. I don't have that listed. His sweeper and changeup have crazy expected stats, and he throws them both like one of them 5% of the time, one of them 8% of the time. The Astros have been big lately on changeups and sliders and slider sweepers. I think if they got Cease, they could. I think they could fix them. So what's the point of the hitting coach if they have no effect on how hitters hit? It's not that they don't have no effect, but they also it's tough. Like when a hitter is good, you're not going to say, "Oh, that's all the hitting coach." You're going to say that's a good hitter, and he can be affected by the hitting coach. When a hitter is awful, you're not going to say, "Well, that's all the hitting coach" either. Like it just doesn't affect as much as people try to act like it affects.
Also, just like the human element too. Like Cintron had to sit down with someone that's been his coworker for 6 years.
Yeah, that is tough.
And be like, dude, like
Cintron was on the team before.
Yeah, like, dude, sorry, like we're going separate ways.
Yeah, and Jet said, and Toronto doesn't care; they'll do it another 5 years because that's the business. Yep.
But also,
I wouldn't agree that Crane has been trying to find coupons. I think he's trying to be a little bit more frugal, but he is still in like
we just had a payroll of 220. He's not.
Yeah, he's not.
I mean, technically, it is actually his fault that with the contracts, but those are off the books now.
Yeah. Sounded like Cease wanted no part of the Astros though at the deadline.
It did seem like that.
It did seem like that too. I'm curious if that's just overblown or if he really.
No, that's something I'll tap into. I'll ask on that one because
Jordan wins MVP next year if fully healthy.
Is Jordan going to be healthy? That's like another thing. Like we have a full year of Jordan,
of healthy Jordan. Oh my god, I just want it. Please. I just want it once. Please. Also playing left field. If Jordan plays left field and is fully healthy for a whole season, it's the homer in me, but I still think he could contend with Judge. I think he could. I think he's still not even in his prime age. I think Jordan could have like a crazy 50+ home run season with like 1100 OPS. I think he could do that. I think that's in him.
Yeah, I mean,
I just want to see it one time, man.
It's like being spoiled, but like I'm almost to the point like, all right, show me. Like I know how great he is. Yeah. Like he's. No, but I need your best availability.
Somebody in our IG comments mentioned about like maybe they should look into trading Jordan for pitching or whatever because of health and all that. And obviously everybody in the comments underneath was replying to him like you're a fucking idiot. And I agree, like you should not. But at the same time, it's crazy that I'm finding myself thinking like, okay, if a year, 2 years from now, this continues, it might be something you have to consider.
That signals like a complete rebuild.
Oh, of course it does. But like,
no,
if you're not getting anything out of them,
I'm not there.
I am not there yet.
I will. I will give myself.
I'm just thinking it's in the back of my mind of like, if this continued for 2 years, 2-3 years of like consistent health issues, then it's like fuck.
Bottom corner run scored warrants more change. Some change. 100%.
Yeah. No. Let's see. I was trying to read the comments, especially in big moment. They have to deal Walker, who strikes out a lot.
170 of them.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot.
170 of them. Projected outfield for
Jordan hits a lot better.
26.
Jordan left.
Jake center, I guess.
And then a
super platoon. I agree, man.
My perfect world is Cam or Zach Cole come into spring training hot, stay hot, prove themselves in April, and by the middle of the season, you can say this is our starting right fielder because they stepped up. We don't have to worry about platoon shit because Cam is hitting both lefties and righties how we hope he could.
Yeah,
you hope that somebody can take charge and take right field and say this is mine. That's what you want. I mean, you want that for every one of your positions, especially in spring training. You want competition. You want guys to come out there and prove that this is their spot. I would hope so. But until then, yeah, it's going to be a platoon of Cam versus lefties, Zach Cole versus righties, probably. Jesus Sanchez.
Sanchez.
It's going to this kind of a carousel of competition is going to continue, and we'll see. 135. I don't think we're getting anything else.
No.
Today.
We will be back live tomorrow at noon. We can talk about the fallout if there's any other.
Yeah, if anything else happens today, we'll talk about it tomorrow. We can maybe fully evaluate some stuffs.
I'm very curious. Okay, this is just speculation in me. Cintron's gone, right?
Yep.
Who got eliminated yesterday? What team got eliminated yesterday?
Oh. You think he goes over there?
Oh, I think Cintron I think Cintron is going to be picked up. I think Cintron can be picked up like the Red Sox. Cintron's going to find a great spot.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying what team got eliminated yesterday?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yankees?
Yeah.
Who's the bench coach for the Yankees?
Yeah.
Brad Ausmus?
You talking about him coming being a hitting coach?
I think if Brad Ausmus is on the staff on some way, Jeff Bagwell still has power in this contract. That's my indicator.
It is a good indicator. I don't think he'd be a hitting. I mean, it's not like he was a
okay, but no, think about this. Okay, think.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they did fire their catching guy too.
Okay. Let's just think further along.
Yeah.
It is safe to say that Joe and Dan are on hot seats. Astros start off on a terrible run, 500 ball, whatever, next year in 26.
I see what you're saying. I don't want that.
Interim manager.
This is like a
Brad Austin. This is exactly.
You bring it up.
I bring
more
it up.
than I have ever thought of.
I know, but this is a possible scenario.
What if this happens? You're like, it's like you're on the plane and you're saying, "What if this plane crashes?" You just keep saying it. Everybody around you is like, "Shut up! Stop saying that." I don't want to think about.
I'm just saying that there's still people in power that I don't trust.
Guys, stop saying Brantley for hitting coach. He does not want to be a hitting coach. He's fishing in Florida. He's chilling. Ausmus replacing. I don't think Ausmus would go from Yankees bench coach to like the catching consultant for the Astros. I don't think he would go that low. I could see a world though.
Yeah.
Just to stoke the fires of your fear for a second. I could see a world where Omar gets a job somewhere because he's very good and has deserved a job somewhere for a bit. And then Ausmus comes in as the bench coach here.
Well, I think with Omar, I think he's going to work his way up.
Yeah.
He's in charge of WBC Team Venezuela. Like, if you're a rookie manager, you can't also go leave your team for the first time and go coach WBC. You'll have to make a decision. So I think he's 1 year away from being considered because I think being the head coach of Venezuela
means a lot more to
him. The process of what that goes into.
Yeah, I definitely think that means a lot to him.
Yeah.
He wouldn't just abandon that. Yeah, if Omar Lopez is going to be a major league coach for years down the line for sure. But all right,
Mantis, the Seattle. Yeah, you're in the backyard of the enemy. Seattle fans are nervous about tomorrow night. It's all over the sports talk. Yeah, they have to face Scooball. But if they beat Scooball, if 2 of their 3 wins are Scooball,
if they beat
they
Scooball,
earn that shit.
They're gonna go into the ALCS. That's gonna be a fun ALCS though, because it'd be 2 very hot teams. I think if the Tigers go to the ALCS, they're getting routed by the Blue Jays. By the way, Axel said Dez is the kind of guy that watched the Titanic on a cruise ship. Yeah.
I'm going to the beach for a week. I'm just watching Jaws nonstop. Okay.
Haley's like, stop watching that.
Give us Brantley for right field. Mike's dad,
Right.
death stare. Okay.
All right. We talked about it for an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. I think that's all we can say. We'll be back tomorrow at noon.
Yeah,
talking more about it.
Tomorrow at noon.
Keep talking about it with you. Speaking of the WBC.
Yeah. We're working with Houston first to talk about the WBC. I think it's Carnival meets Game 7 in the World Series. We were fortunate to be there in 23. We stumbled down to Miami from West Palm Beach and got to experience some of the best baseball and atmosphere we've ever seen. So super pumped for Houston to be hosting WBC. We'll be working along with Houston first to get some cool things to you guys, whether that's hopefully some tickets, some merch, things along the way. So be on the lookout for that stuff dropping. And then it's playoffs. It's football. Thursday night football.
Thursday night football.
You have 2 playoff games today. We're going to Big City Wings. Houston's being joint. Apollo's being joint. 14 locations with the newest one in Tuckerton. And they have great specials going on. You have Texas OU this weekend. I'll be up there for the game. It's going to be fun. If you're not going to any games, go over to Big City Wings, get you some of the specials, and head over to their Instagram to find the nearest one to you.
All right. That's going to do it for another BTD live show. A lot to talk about today. We'll be back tomorrow at noon. If any other news happens, we'll talk about that. Otherwise, we'll just keep talking about this. We'll keep hanging out, talking through the off season. We'll be here all October, November, December. For the rest of the time, we are talking Astros. Garrett, no. So, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Peace. Love you guys.